What is up, guys? We're back this week with another episode of UCTV.
Yeah, and this week we'll be giving you all the information on what's coming up around Union City. So without further ado, let's get into this awesome UCTV week. I am super excited for this week, especially since everybody is going all out in their scripts. And also we've watched some of the old videos and we've been taking some notes. So I think I'll be going all out in my scripts this week.
Yes, hopefully watching those and getting some of those older vibes will get the old viewing numbers back.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tyler.
So anyways, as you all know, sports is a very big part of this Union City community. So let's see what is happening in the sports community this week with Grace.
We are a couple weeks into softball and baseball season. Softball has a 10-5 record and they are ranked 19th in Class 2A. And baseball is 2-3. Both of our teams have been playing in this cold weather and hopefully they are staying warm. Last week the baseball team had the wood bat tournament and hopefully it didn't rain because if you guys haven't noticed, a couple of our games have already been canceled due to rain and cold weather. Hopefully it starts to warm up during the rest of the season and you guys keep going out and supporting our teams. Thank you and back to you.
Thank you, Grace. It is really exciting to see the baseball and softball teams playing, but not so much in the freezing cold.
Yeah, no kidding, the freezing cold really stinks. Especially, speaking of freezing cold, let's see how the weather's going to be this week, so let's send it off with Adam with that.
This week is going to be much warmer than it has been since spring break. Last week we had some pretty harsh thunderstorms that knocked out power for thousands in the metro. For this week's weather, we are going to start out with highs in the 80s and eventually dropping back down into the high 60s and 70s. Oklahoma is the worst at making weather decisions. Like, geez, please make up your mind, Oklahoma. Anyways, I hope the weather remains warm for the rest of the school year. I know that I am looking forward to it. Thank you, and back to you.
Thanks as always, Adam. You're always on top of your weather script, and not gonna lie, you're doing a great job editing for us, so just keep it up.
Yeah, great job, Adam. I'm loving what you're doing with the editing. I sure hope that the weather remains warm so that the little kids have a chance to play on their new playground equipment. So listen up to the next segment about the set equipment.
Thank you, Tyler. State testing is right around the corner. Some important dates that are coming up for you guys to remember are April 5th, the 12th, and the 14th. Juniors have the ACT with the writing proportion. Science is on the 12th and history is on the 14th. A good reminder is that the ACT makeup tests are on the 19th. There are no specific dates for 3rd through 8th, but will for sure be happening in the last 2 weeks of April and the beginning of May. Make sure you guys are studying these next couple of weeks. Thank you, and back to you, Tyler.
Thanks a lot, Bernice. Honestly, you may catch me out there playing on the new equipment.
Yeah, I know it's super tempting, Tyler, but I think you maybe get into trouble if you go out there and start playing on it, so maybe hold back a little bit.
Okay, fine, Seth, but thanks for keeping me out of trouble.
Yeah, I got you. Thanks for understanding, Tyler. I know you're super excited about that one. But one thing we can all be excited about is high school prom. So literally this Saturday, and Grace Rosa has more on prom than we have ever had for this year's prom. So here she is.
Prom is this Saturday, April 2nd, and like Seth said a couple of weeks ago, guys, make sure you're getting your tux or whatever you're wearing, and girls, hurry up and get your dresses. Juniors will help set up this Friday, April 1st, and I have talked to Miss McReynolds about times to start setting up, and she told me that she does not have a specific time to be there, but it will be an all-day thing, so clear your calendars. I hope that all of your prom planning is going great, and I can't wait to see everyone's outfits. Also, every year we do a grand march where everyone brings a cool ride to show off their car and their outfits. It is so much fun, and I definitely recommend it. That is all that I have for you guys this week for prom. I can't wait to see everybody there.
Man, I can't wait to see all of your juniors and seniors at prom and everybody that got invited. I already know it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, and make sure you juniors are showing up the day before to help set up stuff for the big night. Anyways, if you guys ever need anything in school, you already know Miss Kohler is the one to go to. So some of y'all may be asking, where are you now, Miss Kohler? Well, let's just find out with the help of Kylie.
For this week's Where Are You Now, I have chosen someone you may all know. One of the most caring people I've ever met, Miss Kohler, who is currently our school counselor. It's so crazy to see how much her life has changed from being the English teacher to now being the counselor where we hardly ever see her. I'm so happy for her though, and all the work she has been through to get to where she is at now. So, I have talked to Miss Kohler, and this is what she has told me that's been going on in her life. After graduating from Union City Schools, I pursued my dreams of becoming a special education teacher, and I graduated from Southwestern Oklahoma State University in 2005. I began teaching special education at Union City in August of 2005. During that time, I expanded my teaching certificate and added additional subject areas and had the amazing opportunity to teach ELA in both the intermediate setting for 5 years and high school for 3 years. In 2018, my family experienced a great tragedy that led me to reevaluate how I could best serve the students of Union City. In May 2018, I went back to school for my counseling degree and graduated in May 2021 from Southeastern Oklahoma State University with honors. This is my first year as school counselor and I absolutely love it. Thank you, Miss Kohler. I'm so happy for you and everything you have accomplished so far in your life. It's really cool to see someone get to where they want to. I would just like to say thank you for telling us a little bit about where you are, and I'm so glad you're still a part of this community. Thank you again, Miss Kohler, and that's all I have for you guys this week, so tune back in next week for another Where Are You Now?
Man, I love Miss Kohler.
Yeah, honestly, she's my favorite person ever. Thank you for sacrificing so much time for us.
Yes, thanks a lot, Miss Kohler, and I'm speaking for the both of us here. I really miss having you in class, but at the same time, I'm really proud of you for becoming our high school counselor.
Yes, thank you for all the good memories.
Yes, but you know what, Tyler?
What's up, Seth?
Tests are coming up, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am definitely not looking forward to those, but regardless, they are coming up, so we need someone to talk about them. So here, Berenice stepped in and is talking about that now.
Thank you, Tyler. As you guys have heard from last week's UCTV, the playground equipment has been delivered. The equipment is on the playground, ready to be built, and Miss Griggs is making a Google form and is looking for volunteers to help assemble the new equipment. The target day to set up the equipment is Saturday, April 9th from 1 to 6 p.m. This was going to be a spring break project for Miss Griggs, but sadly the weather did not let that happen. And I know the community and kids will be super excited once this playground gets built together. But until then, we all have to be patient and hope for good weather to get it all built. I'm Bernice, and back to you.
Oh boy, Berenice, I always forget that these state tests are such a big deal. Thank you for reminding me. You guys make sure you are getting prepared for those big dates coming up. Studying helps a lot more than you may think.
Indeed it can. So, make sure to do the best you can on the upcoming test, guys. I'm definitely rooting for you. And like every time, thank you guys sincerely for joining us, and make sure to stay tuned for the Kai Money Show. See ya!
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode. Although last week's episode didn't turn out how it was planned, but it's okay. It was a hectic week with all the softball going on, so let's go ahead and talk about this week's contest, where we're going to be having a tic-tac-toe contest, and the winner will obviously get the point. The person who wins will be the person with the best record at the end of the games. So let's go ahead and introduce our opponents. For the high school, we have me. And for the intermediate, we have October. And then for the elementary, we have Austin. So let's go ahead and get right into it. 3, 2, 1, go. Round 2. Wow, it's another draw. Wow, good job, October, but good job, Austin, too. And you're going to get another chance, okay? Me and October are going to get into this, and I'm going to destroy her. All right. Okay, well, that was backfired. All right, now I'm going to play Austin, so let's get into this.
good.
Dang, I just really suck at tic-tac-toe, I guess. Good job. So how does it feel to be a winner and beat me?
Pretty good.
That's great because it really sucks. Anyways, did you think this was a fun contest?
Very much, yeah.
Well, thank you for being on my show. I really appreciate it. And that's all I have for you guys this week. So tune back in next week for another cool contest. Currently out.